Laird's got some work to do. Here comes Laird. Oh, my goodness,
How did
Laird.
Laird do that?
Man, his second half of his race is real sharp because I thought those two guys had it.
He was in like 6th with like 50 meters to go. He closed. That means that 200 is going to be smoking when we get to that.
Yeah.
Wow, and he won it easily, man. 10:05 for Laird. Maswanganyi, 10:09. Williams, who had like the lead the entire race, finished third in 10:11. Wow.
I think, listen, Laird's done it enough times to where he eats up the track the second 50. Or the second 100 of a 200. He's good out of the blocks, but other people like Williams are just a tad quicker. But once he got into his running, man, look at this.
I thought he was out. I thought Laird was going to finish in 6th that entire time. I was like, there's no way he's going to be able to close that lead.
You know,
he did.
I expected Williams to get out quick, 60-meter champ. I didn't know if he'd be able to hold it to the line, but I thought Maswanganyi with that start would be able to hold him off. That surprised me a bit, but Laird is just so solid over the second half of that race. His acceleration is fantastic as well too. So Laird, 10:05. That's actually a PB, a wind legal PB. He's obviously run sub 10 in a windy race. Maswanganyi 10:09. Williams 10:11. By the way, Maswanganyi and Williams are freshmen. So that's exciting for next year. Jovan Martin in 4th, 10:12. Burnett and Bowling both at 10:19. Fanbillet 10:26. Banks from Florida State 10:35.
5 freshmen were in that final.
Yeah.
5. They went 2, 3, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. So I think the double now is looking pretty good for
triple.
So yes. We gotta count the 4x1 as well too. But man, and you gotta talk about Laird for the trials as well too. I know I'll have plenty of time to dissect that, but when you look at that 200 field, I mean, Fanbule, I think you got to give at least a puncher's chance to him, just based on how he closed last time. And the start is important in the 200, but not as important. Maswanganyi will be back, but again, Laird just looks so dialed in that last half. Martin will be coming back. I mean, Laird has made his resurgence or his emergence, you could say, has been mostly in the 200, right? Like when he was at Hines Community College and even earlier in his LSU career, it was all like 200, 200, 200. I mean, he ran hundreds as well too, but the eye-popping performances were always in the 200. So for him to get a win there in his second best event is strong, to say the least. Position of strength.
Trying to look at the other field events, see if anything interesting. Turner Washington leading that discus throw. He won the shot put 2 days ago, doing his own version of the double.
So are these projections updated with Laird's win?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So LSU at 80, Texas at 46, Oregon at 44, A&T at 34. Well, let's see. Terrance Laird, man, putting his name out there for Bowerman, for Olympic trials as well, too. Next event's going to be the men's 400, which is in 5 minutes.
What's the weather like right there? It wasn't that fast of a time of what we could have seen, like 10:05 for the win.
Hold on a second.
We haven't seen fast times in Hayward Field yet, right? When Bormel was there, he won it in a slower time. Are we not going to have quick times on this track?
I think we can make that conclusion now. They've had 4 meets to produce fast sprint times, New Hayward Field, and you haven't done it. It's time to renovate the surface. I don't know. It's that wind. I don't know if it's the way the stadium is constructed, if it's getting blowing in the right direction at the right times. I mean, there was some plus 1 point, like I said, some plus 1.3s in the prelim. What was this one? This was plus 0.4. Okay, now go back a bit, Travis. Why was LSU posting the last chance GIF? Because this is an opportunity for Gordon to talk about the last dance, and we kind of skimmed right by it. They did the security guy. You know, he beats Michael Jordan
Ooh.
in some game, and then he mocks him for the shrug. But like, why is LSU?
They're subtweeting Houston right now because of that back and forth because he won, right? And, you know, I personally feel like they should have used the other Michael Jordan meme and I took that personally because I think you want to be Michael Jordan in a situation, not the guy who's really good at corners, right? I feel like Laird wants to be the MJ of track, not the security guard from the 90s, you know. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, it's a great GIF. I think that's the most important thing. It's a solid.
But they may regret this because what if Maswanganyi now wins the 200, and then I think Houston would be great if Houston just retweets it. It's like that'd be fun.
Just social media wars going on between different schools' SIDs. I think that's what's going on. I mean, LSU is quick with it. We've seen that. You've seen that firsthand when they were able to drag out your old bad Noah Williams takes. LSU is very quick at getting out the content. But
I stand by it was the right take at the time. I stand by that.
Who'd have thought
people can
that
get
a guy
better.
who runs 44/7 indoors would be good outdoors? Who would have thought? No one would have ever said.